Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited because today's pretty highly requested and I'm going to show you all the apps that I use in my spiritual practice. I'm so picky about apps, so I feel like I have a lot of really great apps to show you today that I've really fine-tuned and I really have tried so many because I love, I love having spirituality accessible. And there's a lot of not good apps out there, so I'm excited to show you the ones that I really love, and all of these I truly use all the time. There's not a ton because I think there's a limit to how much how much you need, honestly. And so in the spirit of not being over consumptive, I have, let's see how many. I have 7 apps to show you today, which is fun because 7 is such a spiritual number. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Luna. I do witchy things, I do girly things, and we really just have a fun time here. So I'm glad that you're here. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just jump into it. All right, screen recording starting now. Let's get into it, okay? So this is my little folder that I have on my iPhone for all my witchy or spiritual apps. So let's just get started. The first one that I have is called MoonPhas. I love this app. So this app shows you a calendar, and essentially what I love about it is every day it shows you the current moon phase that you're in and also the zodiac sign that the moon is in. So this is really nice. I do a weekly Moon Day with Luna, which is an astrology ahead forecast for the week on my Patreon. And even though I do that every single week and I know exactly what's happening, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what the hell's happening in the sky? What sign is the moon in? What's going on? I pretty much always know what the phase is just because my cycle is so synced up to it. But sometimes I do forget when is the moon moving into Virgo, etc. So the moon is in Virgo currently, as we can see through this. So you can go back and forth. You can go look yesterday and see that it was a waxing crescent, see that the moon was in Virgo. And then also there's this section for the next cycle, which tells you the date of the next full moon and the date of the next new moon along with the times. And you can set it to be in your time zone. There's also a section to show you golden hour and blue hour if you're into photography. And if you have an event, let's say I'm curious what's gonna be happening on this Friday, you just click it and it tells you that it's a 20-degree waxing crescent. It tells you moon age, altitude, all those things I am not even worried about. But then the moon zodiac and stuff like that. So it's so straightforward, it's so simple. I love this app a lot because it's just something I go to straight up, whenever I want to know what's going on with the moon. The next app is one of my favorite apps, and it's the Aura app. I love it so much. I have spent so much time trying to find a meditation app that worked for me. As an ADHD girly, I need it to feel engaging and really fun. In the spirit of it being fun, I've always found that challenges keep me really engaged and excited. So I'm personally starting a 30-day meditation challenge starting next Monday. Oh my god, what day is that? The 11th? And I really think it would be so cute if we all did it together to keep each other accountable. Aura is a new mindfulness and sleep app. It's won the Best of Apple award and is used by over 7 million people. It's honestly an all-in-one app for your well-being, your sleep, your meditation practice, because it has thousands of stories, meditation, CBT, life coaching, breath work, spirituality. It's so all-encompassing, and that's one of the things I love about it is no matter what I'm feeling that day, I can always find something that suits my needs. I love Aura. I love how exciting and engaging it is. I love all the different options because in the past I'd found myself really bored with the few things that meditation apps would give you. I love that Aura offers both guided and non-guided meditations because sometimes I'm feeling I want to go on my own adventure. I don't want to be guided. And then some days I'm like, you know what? I'm working with 0 spoons. Let me do a guided meditation. And the variety gives me that kind of freedom to switch it up if I'm feeling like I have 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even 30 minutes to dedicate to my meditation practice. And I also love the daily notifications. They'll send you like a sweet quote or any sort of daily meditation to tell you, here's the meditation we recommend for you today, because that really helps me keep myself accountable. And also when I am feeling super, you know, maybe I'm feeling a little depressed that day or I'm just so busy, I don't have to think about what I'm going to choose to use for meditation that day. So if you want to join me in the 30-day meditation challenge, you can start whenever you want. I'm starting on the 11th, but you can start whenever you want. You can start for free by using my special link in the description, and the first 500 people who click that link will get a free trial and an exclusive 25% off. So definitely click that. I'm feeling like all of us are gonna be in our meditation era. It's time for empowering rituals that make you feel connected. So I hope to see you there. Comment down below if you'll be joining. And thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. So the next app is called Rock Identifier, and this is my go-to app for identifying crystals if I'm unsure or if I'm like between, like I'm like, oh, is this, you know, fluorite? Sometimes fluorite looks crazy and you never know, you know, because they can look so different. I do the free version, so when it pops up and says, you know, pay, I don't, because you can get everything you need out of this for free. There are some things obviously that you can pay for, but I don't. I have my bag of crystals here. I'm gonna show you how it works because all my stuff is packed up right now. All my stuff is packed up, and so I just found this bag of crystals. I am moving, for those of you who don't know. So we're gonna test it out with an opalite because, as you know, opalites are very easy to identify. So you just click identify, it pulls up the camera. So I've got this, I've got my phone camera, and so I'm just gonna hold it in my hand and try to have some sort of a nice, understandable background. You take the photo, it then shows you exactly what it is. So it tells us that this is an opalite, it's a type of glass, it tells you also known as, and so it'll also show you photos of other opalites so that, I mean, it's not a perfect system. If you're like, this doesn't really look like the other ones, you can try it again, and sometimes it will give you a couple of different options. It can say, oh, this might be fluorite or whatever. It tells you formula and Mohs hardness, and if it's magnetic, it goes into density, it goes into colors, there's a description, and then there are things that are obviously behind a paywall, which you can totally purchase if that feels right for you. For me, I truly just use this as an identification app, which it's so good for that. There's some questions of like, how can you tell if opalite is real, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, really cool. And then, you know, you can take this newfound information to Google and say like metaphysical properties of opalite if you wanted to know. So love that. This I've been using for years. It's amazing. Next is the Stoic app, which, to be so honest with you, I have not used this one in a very long time, but when I was using it regularly, I loved it. So it's essentially a journaling app. It's prompted. So you can see here, it's saying, how are you feeling? I'm feeling good. Okay, again, you don't have to do the premium, just exit out of that. There are all these journaling suggestions, and you can always go back and look. So this is something I did because I was using this really regularly at a really good point in my life. And when things kind of went downhill after that, I looked back and I was like, what was I doing in these journals? Because there are a couple of prompts that are like, how'd you spend your day, or what brought you joy today? And so I could go back and see, how was I living my day? How, you know, I obviously was having a great time. What was in my life at that point? So, you know, for example, like you go to the morning preparation. So in my dream world, I would be doing the morning and the evening reflection. So if we wanted to do this, last night I had a moderate night's sleep. Yeah, I slept great, actually. What is my main focus today? Work. Ooh, I could really go for a good meal. You choose up to 3. So work, meal, and I'm gonna say family. So what do I plan to do today? Film. Ooh, got the new acrylics on, so I can't type that good. Film some videos. Pack. Spend time with fam. Yay. And that's literally it. Absolutely, I feel prepared for my day. Now, it's not actually the morning. You know, So, but in the dream world, you would be doing this in the morning. You could go down to mood check-ins, you could go down to journals, which are locked, but I love it. And then in the evening, of course, you reflect. There's also trends, so once you're more active, you will see those trends pop up. It'll have your top emotion of the year, all those things like that. So I really like this as a journaling app. There are a lot of journaling apps I've tried that I didn't love. This one just hits it for me, so this is the one I recommend. Next, we have Picture This Plant Identifier. This is similar to the Crystal Identifier. You don't have to pay for the premium. I did just start my free trial because my bamboo was looking kind of funky and I really wanted to know like the best things for it. So essentially you come in here, it has your area, it tells you, you know, plants that are trending, so there's a lot of room for learning and stuff. And then I can go to my plants. So these are plants that I have found out in the wild, or plants that I have at home. But let's say like we wanted to, let me grab my jade and I'll show you. So this is my jade. She kind of needs some love. She's toppling. She's looking a little thirsty. I'm gonna be super honest. I have a crystal in here for her to kind of keep her not toppling because the cats have played with her a bunch. So we're gonna go to the camera. And again, same thing. You want the plant in focus. You're gonna click it to take the photo. Literally same thing as the crystal. So it tells you then that it's a jade plant, also known as lucky plant, money tree. It says that this plant looks healthy. Let's go, Jade. That's so impressive. It shows you the toxicity when eaten by pets, invasiveness, plant type, things like that. If there was an issue with it, it would say, ooh, this plant needs some help. Like it looks like it's being overwatered. So for example, when I took the photo of my bamboo, it was like, ooh, bamboo looks a little, bamboo looks like she needs some help. And so that's really helpful. I have given this app to my grandma too, to take care of her plants, so she loves it too. Again, you don't have to get the paid version, but what I like is that it gives you the how-to. So how often to water, how often to fertilize. To be so honest, the things that this gives you in the paid version, you can just Google. So the identification is always going to be free. So if you're able to identify your plant and see, you know, okay, this is a jade plant, then you can look up like signs of overwatering in jade or whatever. It's more just if you want it all in this one app. I'm always looking for a deal, so I don't think you need to buy it. Again, do it if you want. Like for me, I did start my free trial and we'll probably just like, it's like $39 a year. I'm probably just gonna do it because I do like that it's all kind of in one place and I can see until I really develop that green thumb. But yeah, so I super love this one. Next, I have Skyview Light. This is maybe my favorite app ever. I mean, that's dramatic, but truly, I use it so much and it's so cool. So again, this is one that I use the free version. It's gonna try to make you upgrade. You don't have to. It's gonna look kind of funky because we're looking at it, you know, we're looking at it right now inside. But if it was nighttime, you would look up, and if you see a really bright star or a constellation that you're trying to learn to identify, as we can see on my ceiling in the sky, if we could see it, that's the moon. It's the dark moon right now. It's the waxing crescent, so you know, it's not really gonna be too visible. What I like about this is it shows us the moon's path that it's gonna take, and it tells you exactly what time it's going to be where in the sky. So if you're trying to take photos of the full moon and maybe it's like 6 p.m. and you wanna know what time to go outside, where it's gonna be easiest for you to see, you pull this up, it'll tell you exactly where it is. You can say, oh my gosh, look at everything happening over here. Mercury, Venus, right up there in the sky. That's the Leo constellation. You can click it, it'll tell you all about it. So I love this. I love this app so much. It's one that I use literally all the time. It's like kind of a party trick even, and has truly made me better at identifying the planets and constellations. Just because you get so used to seeing where the planets are, you can be like, that's Jupiter right there. And everyone's like, whoa, she's so smart. You know what I'm saying? So I like it for that. And the last app that I have to show you guys today is the Chani. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chani, I think is how you pronounce it. app. So this is an astrology app. I do pay for the premium version. I believe it's like $12 a month. I really like it. I find it incredibly insightful. I think that it just has so much. It's really exciting. So again, astrology app. So it says, hello, this is your day. It gives you a daily horoscope. It gives you a week ahead podcast that's gonna go all in about the energies of the week. So essentially what I do on my Patreon. And then it has affirmations. It has a reading specifically for your rising sign. It has journal prompts, guided meditation, altar suggestions, ritual, 7-day forecast. You can go to your personal birth chart and then click on the little icons to like read more about it. And there's my birth chart for anybody who is curious. Then we have transits, which will go into your, short-term transits, your long-term transits, things like that. And then there's a audio library about affirmations and things like that. I don't really use this for that. I use this mainly for the astrology of the year and stuff. So you can do, it's really comprehensive. I love that I don't have to analyze it, because as an astrologer, like, I'm analyzing stuff all the time. So I enjoy this. I enjoy the moon calendar too, which is really nice. All of it's really great. And of course, it tells you when the Mercury retrograde is going to be happening, which of course is currently. So hoping everything goes well with the editing and the technology behind this. But yeah, so those are the apps that I have. Again, just 7 apps, but they're my go-to apps. I truly use all of these. The Stoic one, I'm just now getting back into. When I was using it regularly, I don't know if it's, correlation's not always causation, but I was at the best, most healthiest part of my life, because I was just, doing this daily journaling. It was really, really exciting for me. So I really love all these apps. I think they're so, so special. And I hope this helped you kind of decide, on some apps that you're curious about getting. I think they're all very great, very helpful. And yeah, I love them all. Side note, personal note, as you guys know, I'm moving. And I think that when you, move, when you change your surroundings, it's the best time to bring in new habits, because you're more open to change at that point. It's easier to change your habits when you have a change of scenery. So I'm really excited to kind of create a better morning routine, night routine, and just better habits, because it's been a chaotic freaking season for me. So I'm looking forward to getting back into the flow state of doing my daily yoga and my daily meditation and all those things, my daily journaling. So if you join me, I'd love that. Either way, I love you all so, so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye.